Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the session. This is Shweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu, and I hope everyone is doing well. So today we are going to talk about the final act, Act 5 of Merchant of Venice by none other than our favorite William Shakespeare. I hope you guys have already gone through the fourth act. The fourth act of Act 4 Scene 1 was very important because it contained the trial scene, right? So that was the most important, and now we are going to conclude Merchant of Venice Act 5. That is the concluding act, guys. So that is what we are going to do. And those of you who are new, let me introduce myself to all of you. I am your English master teacher, Shweta Roy, and I have talking about my educational qualification. I have pursued my master's in English and B.Ed with a year of teaching experience. I have also qualified CTET and mentored more than 20,000 students both online and offline. And guys, let's unleash the power within yourself. So all of you should feel empowered. And today's word of the day is diabolic. I'm sure you have come across this word. So in case you didn't know the meaning of this word, it means evil. Diabolic basically is evil, right? So for example, his diabolical cunning. So that is his evil cunning, right? So that is how you can, use this word in your sentence. So I want every one of you to please use this word in your sentences right now in the chat. And also don't forget to give your word of the day at the end of the session in the comment section. Please do that. And let's get started with this amazing session, where we will be discussing the synopsis of Act 5 along with the analysis and question and answers. So let's get started, guys. So Act 5 talks about Portia, and this is the concluding act, you all know. So it talks about Portia and Nerissa's return to Belmont, right? And if you remember, they had given their rings, right? Both Bassanio. Okay, so so when Bassanio and Gratiano return, bringing Antonio with them, Portia and Nerissa, both of them discovered that their husbands have given away their rings. So both Bassanio and Gratiano, in the previous act, we have seen that they had given away their rings, and both Portia and Nerissa now discover that, right? Antonio steps in and pleads with Portia. Now, obviously, he has no other option. So here we all know that Portia was the one who had actually asked for the ring, right? So she was in disguise. So we all know this, and this leads to the comedy, the humor in the play, right? So this is a romantic play. Obviously, this is going to end well, right? All's well that ends well. So this is going to end happily, right? So that is already in our mind, in the audience's mind. So Antonio asks Portia to forgive him, right? And at this request, the women return the rings to their husbands. Okay, so the women finally, they return their rings to their husbands, and they also reveal that Portia was the lawyer who had saved Antonio, and she was the one who was in disguise, and she was teasing Antonio, right? Portia also tells Antonio that the 3 of the ships have successfully returned, and tells Lorenzo that he is Shylock's heir. So really all the loose ends are tied up at the end, and this is how the play ends happily. Everyone lives happily ever after. It's like a fairy tale ending, as we expect from a romantic comedy. Okay? So guys, analysis of the scene. Now, Act 4 was given to almost a threat posed to the romantic love theme. It was dominated by Shylock, the figure of Shylock. But in the play's last act, that is consisting of only this scene, we have just one scene here, we return to Belmont, again the world of comedy and romance. Act 4, it was a threat to the romantic love because of Shylock, and Shylock was the dominating figure. But again, we return to the world of comedy and romance, and the opening dialogue between Lorenzo and Jessica that re-establishes the atmosphere of harmony. Okay, and then this Lorenzo's opening words, you can see here, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees. This is creating a beautiful atmosphere, isn't it, of love and night and moonlight, and that establishes the tone of the scene, right? So Lorenzo introduces the theme of love and moonlight. Okay, and in the early lines of Act 55 to 65, he introduces the idea that the idea of music is very prominent at the end, because it was a popular Elizabethan notion. You all know that Shakespeare was writing during the time of uh, Queen Elizabeth, so Elizabethan period, right? So this was a popular notion according to which the revolution of planet Earth round the sun, planet Earth, okay, it produced a sound. Okay, and the combination of all individual sounds of the planet made a divine harmony. This was a popular notion at that point of time during the Elizabethan period. So, music was very important. Okay, so now we have a question for all of you, and I want the answers right now in the chat. What does Lorenzo think of people who don't like music? Come on, guys. Okay, I hope you have all given your answers. So, yes, they deserve cruelty from this. It is justified how important music was for the Elizabethan audience and for the during the Elizabethan period, right? Now, Lorenzo's next speech also concerned music. So, again, we are talking about music. Having summoned Portia's musician, he signals them to play and he elaborates on the nature of music to Jessica. Music plays a very important role in Shakespeare's play, both as a theatrical device and also as a general criterion of the character. Very important point to note. And so much so that those characters who do not like music, they are compared, or they are said to be incomplete or distorted human beings, right? So Lorenzo also underlines the idea that the man that has no music in himself, let no such man be trusted. So that man who is not interested in music, who does not like music, should not be trusted. Okay, so that was the importance of music during Shakespeare's time, during the Elizabethan period, and it is a very important element in Shakespeare's play as a theatrical device and also as a general and as a criteria of a character. That is very important point that you should note. And finally, the final moment, the denouement of the ring story, we come to the almost, the denouement, the end of the ring story and the recognition of what exactly happened with the ring, right? So the audience, of course, had been anticipating this development since Act 4, right? We all knew what was going to happen with the ring. We all knew the moment Portia, disguised as the young lawyer, was demanding for the ring. We knew that she is trying to tease Antonio, and Antonio is going to get trapped, right? So when Antonio prevailed upon Bassanio to give the ring to the young doctor of Rome. So quickly tell me, guys, what does Portia believe that the music she and her, sorry, what does Portia believe makes the music she and Nerissa hear more beautiful? Again, talking about music, guys, let me know the answer in the chat. Okay, all of you, have you all given the answer? Yes, it is the ninth. Very good. Why does Nerissa chastise her husband Gratiano, who has given away her ring? That is also an important question. What do you think? And this actually is filled with humor. So let me know the answer, guys, in the chat, please. All right, for breaking his promise. Good job, guys. Very, very good job. So, continuing. The element of comedy here lies in the irony of many lines. The knowledge which the two women have, we know that they already know, right? The knowledge that audience has. So we also know, we also have the knowledge about the ring. The women also know, they also have the knowledge, and the knowledge with the two husbands do not have. So this is basically giving rise to the comic situation. Because where was the ring? The truth about the ring was known by the audience, was known by the two women, but the husbands do not know that the audience and the wives already know, right? So that is something that we need to note, and that is that is developing the comedy, the comic aspect of the play, right? And justifying this play as a romantic comedy, right? So Portia says, for example, the doctor to whom Bassanio gave the ring. Now Portia also makes up a story, right? And she says that if he comes near my house, I'll not deny him anything I have. No, not my body, not my husband's bed. I'll have that doctor for my bedfellow. So that is what Portia says. That okay, if you have given that ring to a doctor, if he comes near my house, I'm also not going to deny him anything, and I'm going to, and she goes on to the extent of saying that she is going to make him her bedfellow, right? So now you tell me, what does Antonio offer as bond against any future infidelity by Gratiano or Bassanio? Come on. Okay, so I hope you have already given your answer. It is his soul. All right. Yes, absolutely correct. And now to which Nerissa, what does she say? She adds boldly, and I am his clerk. And further, when they return the rings, Portia can affirm, for by this ring the doctor lay with me. So she says that this ring was given to me by the doctor who was my bedfellow. To which infidelity, uh, Nerissa is again able to add the doctor's clerk. So by this time, Bassanio and Gratiano have been teased. So they were, weaving the story just to tease Bassanio and Gratiano, because they had broken the promise and they had parted away with their rings, right? And that is, and at the end of the scene is a succession of revelations. What are the revelations? The true identity of the lawyer and his clerk. Obviously it was Portia and Nerissa. They were disguised as the so Portia says that she was in relationship with the doctor, and Nerissa says that she was with the clerk, right? So that was obviously to tease the husbands. And finally they do reveal the true identity. Also succession of revelations. So yes, Antonio's good fortune, and finally Lorenzo and Jessica's inheritance of the fortune of Shylock. So these are the successive revelations which were made at the end of the final act. Now, question for you guys: what fortuitous event happens to Antonio at the end of the play? Yes, obviously, very, very obvious. His ships come in, his fortune is saved. And with that, we have come to the end of Merchant of Venice. So I hope you guys did enjoy the entire play and you have understood both the acts and the analysis, the depth. Okay, and we will now do the question answers also. So please be prepared. If you have not, gone through the video of Act 4, do go through it and do be prepared. In case you want to join us, guys, the link is right there. So if you have a lot of problems, if you have been facing a lot of doubts, if you do not have proper concept clarity, you need more questions and assignments and lagging behind in your syllabus, looking for a systematic approach, Vedantu is your one-stop solution. So do get into the link, click there, and don't forget to apply the coupon code SWRE Pro. This is the coupon code, guys. And till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye. See you very soon. Look at the batch starting date, guys. Okay, take a screenshot if possible. And this is the homework. Why does Antonio say to Portia that she has given him life and living? This is your homework. Please post your homework question at the end of the session in the comment section. Do not forget to do that. Till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.